What is going on, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So we're going to break down Sofi in this one, do a quick update on the charts, my thoughts, what I'm looking to do, and of course, their upcoming earnings, which are coming up here in less than 2 weeks. We have a lot to cover, guys, so hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo with at least a $100 deposit. Just use that link down below or go to StasSurfS.com/Moomoo, and for a limited time, get this. Your uninvested cash will earn 8.1% APY, which, guys, that's unheard of. So get on it. Use that link down below. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive right into the video. So as you guys can see on this stock chart, Sofi is about to break over $8 per share, which that's the first time we can say that since it looks like here the end of April. So almost 3 months ago was the last time we were over $8. And now we've, well, been breaking out over the last couple of trading days. We're moving above the moving averages on the 4-hour chart, and we're just ripping off the lows, as you guys probably know at this point, right? Which if I pull up this 10-day chart, you'll be able to see from just about a week ago, 8 days ago to be exact, we're up about $1.70 or about 27%. You heard that right. SoFi's up from 615 to 790, 780. That's a 27% move. So obviously we're breaking out on the 30-minute chart. Nobody's denying that. The 20-day chart as well. It's looking beautiful. We're breaking out. And on the 4-hour chart, we're breaking out as well, guys. Look at this. If I draw out this trend line, which we'll talk about this right now, you probably remember that we had this descending triangle that was in the making for months, pretty much. You guys can see we had support at around 650, right in that ballpark. And we were making these lower highs for months. I mean, all year pretty much. Let me actually get this circle tool out so you guys can see. We hit 1050. We hit about, let's see, what's this, 930. We hit right here at about 905. We hit this point, boom, 830, right? All these lower highs that were made, and we were about to potentially make another one at $7, but we broke out. You guys can see this would have been the next lower high right here, but we're actually breaking out. And now we're taking out the highs. The previous lower high that was hit at 745, that was no problem. We took that out. Also took out the one from the middle of May being 765, right? And now the next main resistance is pretty much right where we are right now. You guys can see we hit 790 on the 9th of April. So that's kind of where we're wrestling at right now with SoFi stock. If that's able to break, boom, this is where we're going to be going next based on the charts that I'm seeing here. If I show you guys this, we can see 840-ish. That's a big spot. Let me draw this out so you guys can see. 840 was the high from, it looks like, the end of April. So this is the next gap that we're going to be trading in. That's if we break out of 790 into the 8s, which of course it's not guaranteed. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you guys to go buy this or this is definitely going to happen. All I'm saying is I'm pointing out what the charts are reading, right? The way I'm seeing what's going on. And let's not be fools here, guys. We are pretty overbought in the very short term, so maybe we chop around a bit. Maybe we see a sell-off a little bit here to play devil's advocate before we start taking out 8 and going to the 850s. But overall, as of now, we're looking good, right? For the first time in months, we can say we're in the 8s. We're pushing $8. We're above the moving averages. We're breaking out from recent highs. This is a really good sign overall for SoFi, right? And full disclosure, I'm long SoFi. I started buying at, the high 6s. This was months ago, right? Earlier in the year. I bought more in the low mid 6s, some in the 7s as well, low 7s. And I'm in the stock and I'm in the green right now, which I'm loving. I think I'm up. I forget exactly. My average is right around 680, 690. So do the math on that. So let's say, for example, I'm up like 15, 16%. That's good. And ultimately, with earnings coming up and then projected to become more profitable over the next couple of years, I think this could go up even more, right? And this is in the midst, we're up 1.3% in the midst of an overall red day where we have the S&P down 1.3%, NASDAQ's down 2.7. The VIX is up 10%. The Russell's down. The Dow's actually up, believe it or not, 0.6%, but the Russell's down 0.8, almost 1%. So SoFi keeps on trucking along, guys. That's really good news. So people, it seems like, are piling in for a couple of reasons. Maybe for, before earnings coming up on the 30th of July, which, let me double check that. Yep, 30th of July in the morning. So they're piling in potentially for that, right? Again, we're getting more profitable as the quarters go on. At least that's what's projected. We have, in general, the market's anticipating rate cuts, which is good for the Russell companies, the smaller stocks out there, which I guess you could group SoFi into that. It's not that big of a company, and that's just good for banks, financial fintech stocks in general, right? Excuse me, man, I need some freaking water. Voice crack. Cheers to that, guys. But yeah, there could be many reasons why SoFi is moving. And again, earnings are coming up. So let me actually pull this up and do a quick refresher with you guys. Make sure to smash that like button, by the way. Let's get this video to at least 125 likes. Can we do that, guys? Run the likes up and make sure to subscribe while you're at it, as we are trying to get to 100,000 subscribers, guys. We need that silver plaque. We need it, and I can't do it without you guys. I appreciate you all for tuning in, as always. So now SoFi is, again, $7.86. Market cap is $8.2 billion. Right? So not obviously the biggest company by any stretch of the imagination, but it's not really a teeny tiny company either. 8.2 billion, decent sized company, but a lot of room to grow, in my opinion. At least that's what I think, right? And for their earnings coming up, let me quickly click here. That's a tongue twister. Quickly click. Say that 100 times. But let's see here. For the current quarter, based on 15 analysts here, the average estimate for EPS is 0, so flat, break even. The low estimate's also 0, which is interesting. Looks like the high estimate is 1 cent, with them doing negative 6 cents a year ago. So they lost 6 cents in the same quarter last year. And for revenue coming down here, you guys can see $563 million is the average estimate. The low estimate's $556, with the high estimate being $574 million. And they did $488 million of revenue in the same quarter last year. So that implies 15% growth year over year. So not, in my opinion, where they want to be in terms of revenue growth. They want to see that up more than 15%. But you guys have to realize Noto's being very conservative with the company. Anthony Noto, right? The CEO of the company, if you guys didn't know. And I suspect this growth will start to revamp in the coming quarters. I could be wrong on that, but that's kind of what I'm thinking, along with the profitability. I mean, you guys saw what they're projecting for 2025, 2026 in terms of EPS. So this company is trending in the right direction, and all eyes are on earnings on the 30th. And if this company blows the earnings out of the water, right, strong guidance, strong revenue, EPS, you might be thinking, Stas, the stock's already run up so much, it might pull back either way, but I tend to disagree with that. I think there could be a lot more legs to the rally here, especially if they crush earnings, because in the grand scheme of things, it's still beaten down from where the stock should be, in my opinion, and where the stock was a couple months ago, $9, $10. Personally, I think that's where the stock should be, a $9, $10 stock, maybe even more, depending on who you're talking to. But yeah, I think if they crush earnings, suspect, continuation play, a continuation in the breakout, at least in my opinion. I'd love to know what you guys think in the comments. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe and get up to 15 stocks for Moomoo with at least a $100 deposit. Just use that link down below, or simply go to StasSurfS.com/Moomoo and get this, guys, for a limited time. Your uninvested cash will earn 8.1% APY, which is an absolute no-brainer. So get on it. Use that link down below, or go to StasSurfS.com/Moomoo, MOOMOO. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next one.